Welcome back, boys and girls. This is the NAO show, and we are going to do week 4 in review. And we're going to talk about trades. We got a big trade coming up. I just want to take a second and say thank you to all of our fantastic viewers for being so dedicated to the NAO show. But this week is going to be my favorite because it is the best time of the year, boys. We got postseason baseball. We got college football in full effect. We got fantasy football going, and we got NFL football, which is kind of the same thing, but not the same thing. It is the best time of the year. What do you guys think?
I I can't wait to watch Mike Trout in the playoffs.
All right, moving on.
God damn it!
If I knew more about baseball, that might be funny.
Mike Trout's the greatest player in the last probably
I don't
100
know.
years, and I don't think he's ever made it to the playoffs.
I have heard of Mike Trout.
I had a life-size Mike Trout cardboard cutout in my basement for a while.
Get the heck out of here.
Yeah, I stole it from a grocery store when he was with Body Armor. It was like a life-size Mike Trout cardboard Body Armor ad, and I stole it.
Wait, didn't you learn the first time stealing stuff is not okay when you got thrown into a back of a police car?
Nope.
Okay, all right, Marky Mark. Let's let's jump into the show.
All right. Well, we'll start with that blockbuster trade that you mentioned. We've got one between Tank Top Mike and ABomb, with Tank Top receiving Nick Chubb, the 2025 third rounder from the DBs, the 2025 second rounder from ABomb. ABomb gets Josh Jacobs and a 2025 fifth rounder, which was also the DB. Some of the DBs picks in here, man. What do we got?
All right, let me go first there, Tank Top.
You had a front
Yeah.
row seat until the end of it, anyway.
I did have a front row seat until everything went black and all of a sudden there was a trade that happened. So, I think this is a fantastic trade. And let me explain that. Because, Tank Top, you're in a strategic rebuild. Is that a fair assessment?
I like that. Mm-hmm.
Assessment.
Yep.
Strategic rebuild. ABomb's running back room after Chubb went down was a hot mess, as they say. So he needed help. And then I think Chubb comes back perfectly fine. I think that's a bold statement probably because it's so early, but when he went down, I thought it was the ACL, MCL, and PCL. I thought his whole knee was jacked.
How many L's he got in there? That's what I want to know.
Whole lot of L's. Insert Sean losing this week against the DBs joke right here. All right, cool. Moving on. What do you think there, Marky Mark? What's your professional opinion? Welcome back to the show this week, by the way.
Yay.
Yeah. Thank you. You guys did a good job holding down the fort, as it were.
Yeah, we did.
I enjoyed the show. when I
We
was on.
spent 42 minutes on trades last week. Let's see if we can top that with one.
About 6 minutes on matchups. So, yay. Way to go with the time allotment, guys. Yeah, it's typical move for someone like Mike for what he's doing. Second rounder would be good. Be nice if they were earlier, but I guess you're starting to just try to get some capital together. So take on Chubb to see if maybe he's got just a little bit left. It's going to be tough for him, I think he'll be 28 next season. I don't believe he'll be back this season, but we'll see what happens there. But next season could be kind of his last hurrah. He's already kind of getting to that age for a running back. But worth it for a little bit of draft capital, and sure did pay off for ABomb right away. I liked it for ABomb because he's still trying to compete, and I felt like better days were ahead for Jacobs. So I kind of figured he'd be a slow start, not going to training camp, and he's back to doing what he was doing last year, which is winning people championships.
I did think about potentially waiting a week because I thought, like you, Jacobs is going to start slow, and if he has a good week, maybe it could squeeze out a little bit more value. But Aaron wanted to get it done, and I felt like it was a fun trade. Was really all that it like. That was the last part that it came down to for me. It was just a fun trade, and like Sean said, I'm sort of strategically doing this. Chubb will have some value next year. When he comes back, no matter what. If it's in a little 25 draft capital fits a timeline that I got going, as opposed to not forcing 24 into it or anything. But it was just kind of fun, and like you said, Aaron, it hit for Aaron immediately, and he needed it. We'll get to that, but he needed it the week that he got it. So, congratulations, Josh Jacobs finally scores a touchdown.
As a co-owner of Josh Jacobs, I too am very appreciative of said touchdown.
Yeah, it was good to see him come back. I've got him in a couple of leagues, so I was just kind of putting him in there and sweating it out, just waiting, just knowing that there should be better days ahead. So yeah, that was good. I mean, nobody else has really stepped up there. It's really all about Jacobs there. So that's the kind of guy you want to have, is somebody that doesn't have a lot of competition behind him. White really hasn't done much with his opportunities. I don't know if they trust him enough yet to get him out there in a bigger role. So looks like it's Jacobs' backfield for the most part. Well, that was the only trade we had. I guess we can go on to the scores for the week. You guys are ready for all that?
Yeah, I just want
I
to
am
say,
not ready.
I have one thing to say about these trades. I feel like I'm doing all the heavy lifting. Everyone's pissing and moaning in chat about making trades. Oh, nobody's making trades. All the good players are on one or two teams. Oh, the draft picks are over here. Well, fuck all y'all. I've been making all these trades. Ain't nobody else doing any of it. Here we go. First matchup of the week.
Breaking news! Take Out Mike tells the whole league to go fuck themselves. 5 minutes into the show. Let's go!
You feel so strongly. Sorry, we apologize on behalf of the league.
Take Out Mike's kick this week.
Brandon and I, on behalf of the league, would like to apologize. We'll try to do better.
Thank you.
All right. Dab those tears out of your eyes, and we'll go on to the scores for the week. First one we've got, of course, is Mr. ABomb. Gonna have to call him Mr. when he gets that many points. Mr. ABomb, 182. Dr. Donkey and the Dumbass, 131. Sorry, Landon. I felt like I had to switch things up a little bit. He'll change his name to something that insults me, I'm sure. But so it seems like ABomb gets 2 or 3 of these a year. Tough luck for the tips with the third highest score in a losing effort.
Yeah, my first thought was exactly that Aaron, he does this every so often. You never know when it's going to happen, but it's going to happen. He might have the most consistent seasons with at least 180 points. It's crazy.
Exactly, that's what I was going to say. I was like, I think this is the standard. ABomb has to drop at least 180 plus once in the season.
And the other
Like
person
last year,
always scores a ton too.
What's that?
The other person always scores a ton of points too, and then they lose. He did it to me last year.
Yeah, demoralizing, man. You're looking good, you're happy, and then you look over on the other side and you're like, what the hell is that?
Live reaction of Landon checking his scores. Oh man, we're freaking motherfucking ABomb. Yeah. Welcome to the league.
I mean, look, you get almost 30 from your quarterback, and then you look over and the other guy's got Allen in there with 36 and a half, And
Rookie quarterback.
Yeah, rookie quarterback. We dealt with that too, Sean, in another league. We not only played Richardson against Allen, but that guy had the big stack. So we were doomed from the beginning, man. We were pretty happy about Richardson until we looked on the other side there. So,
And it's like,
and on a day that Mostert didn't do anything, just imagine if Mostert had one of his big days.
And Mike Evans.
He would have, yeah, he would have broke 200 again. Yeah, and yeah, Evans went out hurt, with a hamstring.
Devontae
They,
Adams had a rookie quarterback throwing to him, so he got 13 targets, but they for jack and shit on yards per catch. So
yeah,
he had
crazy.
75 yards on 8 catches. When's the last time Adams did that?
30 from Seattle defense. That's it's that's just crazy, man. He had a big day there. Yeah, just a couple more guys do their normal things, and he would have been over 200 easy. So tough luck for the Tips, man. They had their best match of the season, best game of the season for them. Just didn't materialize.
So here I am looking at the Tips lineup. I'm like, man, they really hit on that quarterback. And you scroll down into their bench, and they have two guys that went over 200, 20 points too.
Mm-hmm.
Stroud went over 20 points, and Dobbs went over 20 points. I mean,
Yeah.
like, come on, y'all. Good job, y'all.
I picked
Both
on
of
him a
them
lot.
really
I picked on him a lot for all those quarterbacks, and then I traded for one, and now he's hurt. So.
yeah. And they traded away Watson, who we might have been thinking was their second best, but looks like Stroud and Dobbs are hanging in there pretty well. Dobbs has
And
been pretty amazing, man.
yeah,
I mean,
no one
he's
saw it coming, right?
off the street in week one, and he's been killing it, man.
Speaking of killing it, the 3-1 Tampa Bay Buccaneers and Baker Mayfield had a good week. Baker Mayfield had 23 points. Just saying, just throwing it out there for y'all. We're also 3-1. We beat the Saints that were supposed to be the guys in this league, but with AK, so
I love Baker Mayfield, though. I always have.
3-1 Baker Mayfield.
I do too. But Sean, we do try to keep things interesting here, so let's leave Tampa Bay out of it if you don't
Whoa! All right. Interesting.
mind.
Very, very interesting. I didn't know you had the stick so far up your ass that it started coming out your mouth like that. Man, all right. Okay. Moving on, I guess.
Moving on, we'll go on to our next score here, where we've got the DBs scoring 178, the Prince 91. So it's a tough day for you, Sean, with a hobbled. You got a hobbled Burrow killing the chase stack. And I don't know why they had Carr out there just setting fire to the lobby shares. DB's got big days from CMC and their newly acquired Diggs. What do you think, guys?
Go ahead, Mike. I need a moment.
I think I told you Monday morning, and I think it's the same thing. You live and die with that Chase and Burrow stack, and today they died.
Yeah, I mean, like, I've done the math. I'm gonna pull Ian right here. A boo crew move. All right, hold it against me. I understand. I accept everything that's coming towards me. But I feel like that's how Ian like reacts to all chat. Like when he has something to add, he like that. That's how
Actually.
I acts. But if I had average Joe Burrow numbers anywhere between 17 and 20 points, I'd be 3-1 right now. Joe Burrow, this guy is not playing NFL football right now because he is hurt and they don't fucking let him sit. Even if the guy is saying, "Hey, I'm good," you know darn well he's not good. Sit the dude. Sit him. All right.
Yeah, he can't move around out there. And Chase early in the season said, "Hey, let him sit let him sit till week 5 and come in there healthy." And it seems like that's exactly what he should have done. I think he's
Yeah.
hurting him more than helping him right now. But look at they had Greer in there. They let him get away. Jake Browning. I mean, gosh, you got to. I don't know. What do you do? You put Browning in, it could be just as bad, but at least he can run. You know.
Put T. Higgins back there. Make him the quarterback. Run the Wildcat the whole time.
He's hurt too.
Right?
Yeah, he's hurt too
You
now.
chuck it 5 yards to Jamar Chase or Joe Mixon, like, what the fuck?
Yeah. No, it's definitely not what you would normally get out of these guys. So just a tough break for you right now, Sean, that he's playing so poorly. It's
Better seeds are ahead. AK on his first week. He had a fantastic week. He got exactly what I wanted from the trade. Hopefully, I got Cup coming down the line here soon. Maybe this week. Probably next week. So better days are ahead, I hope.
yeah, your little quarterback situation not good though. I see you. Well, we'll talk about matchups later, but I was like, dang, Carr got hurt too, and he shouldn't have been out there either. So you had two quarterbacks to choose from that are playing that shouldn't have been playing, and of course it killed your Olave. And so man, it's just like you got a tough situation there. When you traded for, I think did you trade for Tannehill? No, you picked him up off waivers. I kind of chuckled. I was like, wow, man, I hope he never has to start him, but.
Yeah, yeah.
But here we are.
Put
So
salt in my wounds. Thanks, cousin. Some salt in my wounds. Got it. All right. Let's go on to the next thing that we're gonna.
no, I certainly didn't mean to. Just man, it's tough break for him. Tough break for sure.
And I don't want to rub more in there, but I gotta say it. Christian McCaffrey Christian McCaffrey's fun to watch on the 49ers. That's just that's just good football.
He is really good at football. All right, let's get into a little bit of a tangent if we have enough time. Marky Mark.
It's our show, man.
Brock Purdy. How much is he benefiting from the CMC effect? Like, do you think Brock Purdy would be as good without CMC in the pass game and in the run game? Like, I think my point of view is CMC makes Mr. Irrelevant relevant.
Yeah, any squad gets help when the running game is going. Any quarterback benefits from that. So I don't know that I'll put it all. I don't know that I'll say Purdy is only good because CMC is doing so well, but it certainly helps him out a lot. And he's doing some good things. He's missed some throws, so he's still coming along. But what's the matter?
I'm looking at his stat line. This can't be right. This cannot be right.
It's right.
I immediately take back everything I said. All right. This guy went 20 for 21.
Yeah.
Let me get my cell phone. I am going to get the percentages on that bitch. That's got to be like 98.6, something like that.
Yeah, he's doing the system quarterback much better than Garoppolo was.
I've heard a lot of Garoppolo comps, but minus the weird turnovers. Like, he's just playing safe, boring football, and he's got playmakers, and he gets it to him, and that's all you need.
Yeah. 95.2% on completion. Holy moly cannoli!
It'll be a good test for him this week playing Dallas, and they've had a real easy schedule to start off. So he's been good though. Purdy's been good. Like I said, he's missed a few throws. What's that?
The Velvet Dagger. He's had a really easy start of the season. Guys that they're playing against really easy. But
Hey, they are playing Dallas. You guys want to get together, watch that game?
yeah, let's get together and watch that game.
Yeah.
It'd be real fun. I mean, they're not playing. They're not playing in Dallas, but we could fly down to Dallas and go to Texas Live out there by the stadium and catch it on that 3-story TV they have. That'd be pretty cool.
Oh yeah.
You know what's even? We should definitely do that because it's ABomb's birthday weekend.
See?
We should do that.
That's perfect. Yeah.
All right.
All right.
We'll book
Meet you in Dallas.
They usually have some pretty cool events. If the Cowboys aren't playing, you got a big game. There's probably some cool events around the stadium.
I feel like my belly's real happy already.
Yeah. I think I saw something about like a I don't know, like a barbecue festival or something going on.
Say what?
So that might be worth checking into.
Yeah.
Yeah, we gotta go
You
see
know.
that.
All right,
Let's
we'll look at flights after the show, man. Maybe we can make it happen, Captain.
do
All
it.
right. Let's move on to our next score here. We've got the Pooh Crew 108 over My Johnson 75. This is deja vu all over again for me. I get Pooh Crew on a day in which he's eatable, and I lay yet another egg. Um, I mean, it's happened to me. It happened to me at least once before, and it may have been twice before. We'll let our league historian look at that. He'll let us know. But
Mm-hmm.
I saw some snide comment about if I'd have been better at who I started or whatever. I'm sure everybody would have started Khalil Herbert in this matchup. Yeah, so whatever with that. But no, Khalil Herbert running back. You know.
Oh, I
Yeah,
misheard
yeah.
what you said.
Over Javante and Ford. Yeah, you start the Chicago guy. You know, that's neither here nor there. I'll let you guys ante this one a little bit.
So my opening statement is always fuck the Pooh Crew. All right. And dang, I was watching. All right, I will admit I was watching this matchup pretty closely after it was very blatantly apparent that the DBs were gonna get the W. All my guys. Oh, fun fact: all my guys besides my defense played at 1 o'clock, so I knew I was gonna lose by 4 o'clock Sunday. That was fantastic.
That's not a bad
Kind
thing.
of like, oh, it's like ripping the Band-Aid off. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, early. I wanted you to get this one, cousin. I was hoping for something.
Yeah, I was hoping this was one. But the good news is you might be right on Ayuk still. We're into week 4 now, and you called Ayuk as a top wide receiver, and he didn't drop a pass. So
He is the wide receiver 12, and I believe last time I checked that was wide receiver 1. So
Ooh. Let's go see where Emo is at.
that's my. So yeah, kind of a hollow victory there now, but he's doing his thing.
He is wide receiver 15, so he's not as far back as I thought, but he is still behind. Yeah. Wide receiver 15.
he's also played every week. Yeah, Ayuk didn't play week 3.
Well, I wouldn't really say he played in week 4, Debo Samuel.
He didn't get anything, did
He had 0.6 points.
Yeah. Kittle didn't do much. It was basically Ayuk and CMC, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, another tough.
But I think if you're Ian, though, you got to look at he traded 2 first-round picks for Tony Pollard. That team scored 38 points. Pollard didn't do much.
Yeah, you know, it's been weird for the Cowboys this year because their defense is scoring, they're getting big leads, and then they don't have to do much. So you know, I was watching Tolbert out there. You know, Tolbert had a good day.
Deuce Vaughn got carries.
Yeah. So it's like, yeah, it's taking him away now. I guess CD got the touchdown, which that was pretty wild. That's kind of started the whole thing because Gonzalez went down, and I hated that. I mean, I want to beat New England for sure, but you hate to see a good young player like that go down. As soon as he went down, CD was matched up on the guy they put in there, and they went right to him for the touchdown. And I was like, okay, yep, this is about done, man. You know, so and that was it. Yeah.
I was like, finally. We only needed the guy to go down to get the touchdown. Finally.
Yeah, that's what's weird about the Cowboys. They're getting defensive touchdowns, and then they can take their foot off the gas. I honestly think they left the guys in a little longer than they needed to just to get them some work, because they got San Francisco coming up, so they had to get some work in, get some reps.
Got an idea about that game. Oh wait, we are talking about it. Moving on.
Moving on. Well, if there's nothing else, I don't have anything else, so we can go on to our next score. We've got Tank Top Mike 86, Silly Dilly 79. So, Mike, I imagine Mahomes made you a bit nervous in this one, but you got it done against the beloved friend of the show.
Yeah, I was serious. I wasn't sure that Mahomes was going to get those points for a while. Not long after he threw his only touchdown, and even then I was like, "This is not looking great."
Yep. He actually got some rushing yards. Not that he doesn't run or can't run, but I think that was a little more than he normally gets at 51 yards.
I think I saw he's on pace for like 200 something, which would be way more than his career high this year.
Yeah, he's known for scrambling, but not for actually running. So
Mm-hmm.
that 5 points probably kind of sealed the deal for you, man. And it's funny to look at it side by side and see that Sam Howell outscored Patrick Mahomes. So that was a weird one, man. It's a weird one.
How do you feel, Tank Top, about your boy DJ Moore finally having a coming out party in Chicago?
Yeah, I mean the Bears are very bad, but they figured out that DJ Moore specifically is very good. So
After trading all that freaking stuff to get him?
so I mean I don't care how bad the Bears are. They're going to get DJ Moore the ball, and since they suck, they're going to give him the ball about 9 times every game.
I don't know if this week was indicative of the Bears switching things up and trying some different things and were successful, or if it was just Denver defense is just that bad. It could be a combination of the two. So
Yeah.
the next game will be interesting to see. It was really more of a coming out party for Fields. DJ's always been there ready to go. He just needed somebody to get him the ball.
That's very true. And a lot of times, DJ was doing it with like crappy quarterback play in Carolina. He was still wide receiver 2 level with crappy play. If he were to get on a team with a solid quarterback, could you imagine if DJ Moore, instead of going to Chicago, goes to the New York Jets? Favre doesn't get hurt. DJ Moore and Garrett Wilson on the same fucking team. Wait,
Yeah,
what?
I think Brett could get him the ball. I really do think Brett could get him the ball.
Wait, did I say Brett Favre?
That's awesome.
Aaron Rodgers. My bad.
That might be my
Same
new
one.
favorite one.
Right?
One time you pronounce the name right, it's the wrong name.
I was thinking like from Green Bay to New York, and I don't know why I had Brett Favre on my head.
Well, I guess
His CTE right now would not be able to get the ball to anybody right now.
didn't Favre go there for a minute too?
Yeah, he went there before he
Yeah.
went to Minnesota.
Yeah.
That's where Aaron Rodgers is going next year. When
Get
Kirk
it.
Cousins
Yeah.
gets kicked out, Brett Favre will go in there. He'll be good.
Back in the division, we can have it again. Yeah, no.
Favre.
Moore has been one of those guys that you just hate to see the talent wasted. So there's a lot of them, man. They're all on my roster. So. All right. Any more about this one? Tank Top gets the win.
One save thought. Dilly. I think getting Thielen at the price that you got him for is going to be very good because I watched the game and it seemed like every time they needed a catch or a change of pace, they were throwing to Adam Thielen.
Yeah.
Like this guy is the freaking escape valve
Yeah.
for everything right now.
He
He's
finds all
very
these spots. He finds these open spots, and I keep mistaking him for the tight end on on live play, you know, and then he pops up, and I'm like, oh, stealing again. So he's doing more like a tight end would, but he's just kind of getting staying with the play, getting into a spot where he can get the ball. He's a big guy, And yeah, he's looking good, man. We weren't wrong about Thielen. We were just late. So
Yeah.
I think speaking of tight ends, I think Silly has the greatest first round tight end draft pick in league history with Sam Laporta.
As a guy that has drafted a tight end in the first round, I would agree. Sam Laporta is killing it right now.
yeah, he's doing. He's having a really good. He's having a top rookie season. If he keeps it up, he's going to be pushing for one of the top rookie seasons.
He's tight end too? What the hell? Who is the tight end above him?
I don't know.
Andrews?
I was going to say maybe Andrews because Kelsey's been.
Stand by.
He was out and he's been kind of so. Probably is.
Andrews, number 3 tight
Andrews
end.
number 3.
Who
Who's
is
number 1?
Who is number 1? The people want to know.
Is it
I want to.
Hawkinson? TJ Hawkinson?
Could be. Hawkinson didn't do much last week, but he did have like one monster week. At tight end, that's all you need. One monster week, and you're probably in the top 5 for a little while.
Let's go. Hawkinson.
Nailed it.
I saw some stat today.
By
in the
2
first
points.
in the first 4 weeks, it was like how many tight ends scored 15 or more fantasy points week by week, and I think 2 of those weeks were at two tight ends. I think 1 week was 1 and 1 week was 0. So kind of tells you, That's what say you have one big week and you're in the top 5 for 3-4 weeks if you don't do anything else. Yeah, Laporta's doing well. That is a good pick he made there.
Great job, Billy.
And which goes to show if he holds on to his picks, he can do a little something with them. So
Yeah, not to get off in a tangent, but there's been a couple drafts where I'm like, Billy, you did a great job. Like, some of these picks are freaking really good picks. So he's got it in him.
Well, I hate talking about this, so let's go to the next one.
Let's go to the next one.
yeah, we're being nice to Dylan. He's a beloved friend of the show.
That was the sponsored part of the show. Thanks to our thank you to our ad sponsors.
All right, we'll go on to our last score. We've got FNG 125, Goofy JZ 63. FNG finally caught a break and got his first win of the season. Let's talk it up.
I'm actually shocked. Like, I don't think I'm gonna be too far off everybody else's thoughts that this is gonna. It took until week 4 for FNG to get the W. Like, I thought he was gonna be like killing it. I mean, obviously his first round pick, Bijan, had a good. It seems like the back and forth between RB1, RB1B in Atlanta is kind of making that move to Bijan, But shoot, he had a great day, and AJ Brown finally caught the touchdown pass. Got 2 of them, 2 tutties. I thought it'd be sooner than this that FNG gets its first W.
Yeah.
As I'm looking over it, I'm like, the ball's on this guy to play Fields. So he got it done though, man. Almost right shy of 28 points. So I mean, I'm looking at Goff and Stafford on his bench and thinking I might have started one of those guys. I probably would have started. I don't think I would have started Fields. So man, that gamble paid off for us.
In a two QB league, I benched him for another quarterback. So yeah, I won.
Yeah, that was a big help between him and AJ. That kind of carried his day. So that's what kills me. I look at Goddard, and I've got him in a couple of leagues. Goddard, man, it's like he's just falling off the face of the earth. They're just not using him, man. He's
Yeah.
out there all the time, and they're not throwing him the ball much. So
Mm-hmm.
I guess he did have a couple of 7 target games, but I think the A dot was like 1.5 on those game and those targets. So yeah, Goddard, man, it's just like I mean he's got the talent to be in the top 5, but it's just not happening yet.
There's just too many mouths to feed in Philadelphia right now.
Like
Like
DeAndre Swift.
like DeAndre Swift. What do you think about this matchup there, Tank Top?
Yep, it was actually very surprising. It took him that long. And if I'm going to give kudos to it's that it was cool to watch Christian McCaffrey play football in the 49ers. It's really fun to watch Bijan play football as well. I think that may have been the first. Well, I watch Red Zone, so I don't like watch games. So that was the only game on that morning. So I actually sat and watched, and it was pretty cool. Dude is legit, for real. So
Yeah, yeah, he got yeah he took a lot of hits in that game, and he just kept bouncing right back up. He looks pretty tough to me. There's just times where me having him in the league and cringing every time. So, but he just kept bouncing right back up and going right at it. He seems tough and elusive. Just just an all around good back man. And yeah, they did put Algier in there some, but Algier just is not the same guy. So Bijan's gonna rise to the top there and be the main guy. They'll probably keep Algier in there just to keep Robinson from getting too much work. But I think we're gonna see more days like that for him moving forward.
So, a question for the class that everybody really wants to know is: was this week the week that Ezekiel Elliott takes over the backfield in New England over Stevenson?
I don't think
They
anybody was
said,
going to take over against the Cowboys. I think everyone was just going to look foolish.
yeah,
So, especially coming off the Arizona game, whoever we had this week was not going to have a good time. So,
shame on him, yeah. They may have really been planning on that, but I think they had to abandon it pretty quickly and just go to Ramondre. I don't, although Ezekiel he can catch the ball, is good pass protection, but I think it was just game script kind of thing. They needed Ramondre in there. Yeah, it was a tough game for all of them though, for sure.
It was, I think, the matchup in general is kind of fun because Goofy, I think, is a sleeper. I think he's going to be a guy that could possibly make some moves in the bottom, not in the bottom four, but like move up, Because right now the bottom four is congested. Like I didn't expect FNG to be in there. I thought he would be the opposite, 3-1 probably. I thought Goofy would be a little more like tuned to where I'm at, unfortunately. So I didn't expect this many teams to be in the bottom four. So I think there's better days ahead for Goofy. What? What did I
Sorry,
say now?
just funny the way you say it. How many teams did you expect to be in the bottom four? You didn't expect this many teams to be in the bottom four. I know what you're saying.
there's 5, 6 teams down here in the bottom four. It's
Oh, is there really? I didn't expect that many teams either. Not in the bottom four. Oh man. Oh, I got sidetracked so much I don't even know what the hell you said now. But I think you meant to say you didn't expect to see some of those teams in the bottom four, right? Is this a moving on? That was a rough day for Goofy with Jones getting back in there, but not doing much. Probably a risky play, but what else did he have to do? And then freaking Jordan Addison with a goose egg, man, that was kind of crazy. But they played Carolina; they didn't have to do too much. So yeah, that was a tough day for him, man. Which brings us to the Mr. Miyagi ass waxing of the week, which goes to Goofy F and J's Z. I got a little bit of input from Goofy. He says, I'm disputing this award over countless unsanctioned polls. He was not very happy about that whole situation. So, guys, we got to do better about that. Okay, we gotta make sure we get that taken care of. He says also that he immediately wants to motion to change the league to Superflex and kickers. He thinks maybe he can have a little bit better luck that way, I guess. So
Oh, Commissioner, let me take this for you.
yeah.
Deny. Deny.
So
I can't
yeah,
put one quarterback on the fucking field. Do you think I could put two on there? Get out of here.
yeah, a little salty today. And then the funniest thing was I was walking out in the shop floor, and from behind me I hear, "Fuck the Dallas defense." Who he put on his bench and probably wouldn't have gotten the Miyagi if he'd have put him in there. So he, for a Philly fan, that just really rubbing salt in the wound. So yeah,
I don't know how you even consider not starting them if they're starting. Like, yeah, I know last week they had a rough week,
yeah,
but like their leader on defense is not on the field. You know, like freaking Micah Parsons, he's becoming the leader, but I don't think he is the leader. I think Diggs was the leader on the defense. You can correct
mm-hmm.
me if I'm wrong. Micah Parsons is more of the I'm going to go kill the quarterback and get the guy carrying the ball type person. But I mean, like, how do you stop? How do you bench the freaking Dallas defense? I don't know. Who am I to say? I haven't won in 2 weeks. It seems like.
Well, he did mention to me that he liked that matchup with the Jets and Zach Wilson. And really, who expected Zach Wilson to go out there and ball out like he did, you know? So I kind of saw where he was coming from. I think I would have started Dallas as well, though. I really, with New England and being in Dallas, and after that Arizona game, like Mike mentioned earlier, you kind of knew they were going to come back strong, and probably a lot of that was going to originate right there in the defense, you know, because I mean, they got their ass handed to them by Josh Dobbs, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, it's like, yeah, you knew that the defense was going to do a gut check and get out there and do their thing. So,
It's hard to trade all these first round picks to him if he's going to bench the defense. You know, it sends a message.
that's right. That's right. Well, Mike, you want to run down the standings real quick for us?
Well,
A little more interesting.
yeah, there are some changes. Not with the bottom two, but with the bottom four. There's a lot of us down
How
here.
many
We've
teams
established.
are in there? Seems like a lot more than I expected. Sorry, let you carry on there, Mike.
See, I think F and G. He's climbing his way out. I think he'll be out pretty soon. His points four. They make the bottom four look too good. You need to get out with that many points scored on your roster. I'm sorry that so many people score a lot against you, but you need to get out. You've scored over 400 points, and that's not acceptable down here with all 5 of us, 6 of us.
He's been so comfortable down there, you know, but it's time to move on, FNG, you know.
Yeah, let it go.
It's time to we got to push him out of the nest. I guess that's what it is.
I think, though, the biggest thing is, Sean, you may have taken the L, but you're not in the Who Cares Bowl. You're firmly in the playoffs.
Firmly?
Firmly in the playoffs.
Firmly?
Yep.
I have a 23% 3-point lead on you.
Mm-hmm.
That's fun. That's fun. Yeah, I'm not firmly in anything right
Well, I
now.
was trying to, you're in the playoffs.
This
I am.
week, you're firmly in the playoffs.
Mm-hmm. Right now.
What's that?
But speaking of the playoffs, Ian, he's touting the undefeated thing, but oh boy, he takes an L, and Aaron's gonna jump him pretty quick. Aaron's points for are pretty monstrous. 599. He's got 40
Almost
something
600.
points on Ian, so Ian's gonna be
I
all,
gotta,
you know.
I gotta give credit where credit's due. All right, I gotta give credit where credit's due. The DBs are doing fantastic. All right, these guys got 636 points in week 4. Great job, guys. Great job.
Neat. And they keep. Did they start Gibbs? Because they keep starting Gibbs.
They
Yep.
started Gibbs.
They did.
They still got the W against that guy. Yeah, me. That was me. That was me.
Yeah, it turns out that Dan Campbell just hates his running backs. He drafts them and then hates them.
Yeah, what's that all about?
They need to be more hungry by year 2, you know. So they gotta beat them down in year 1.
I don't know. I think it's sort of like he's one that was like mostly telling the truth when he was talking about Montgomery being their early down guy and Gibbs being the change of pace guy. I will say that when Montgomery missed that one game, a lot of people were picking up Reynolds thinking that he would take the Montgomery role, but Gibbs got what 16 carries in that game.
Yeah, he had a big game.
So they definitely he's definitely their number 2 guy. I don't know. He's a rookie, you know. The rookies hit the rookie wall, and he's a smaller guy, so they might be smart to limit his touches somewhat, you know. But man, get him out there and get something going with him.
What's the spotlight on Eckler while we're talking about DBs right now? Is he good for week 5, Tank Top? I know you follow him on Twitch and what have you. Is there any word about him playing in week 5?
I guarantee you he won't play in week 5.
Yeah, he's already out. There you go.
There you go.
And then week 6, if he comes back, it's Dallas.
I hear they have a good defense.
Mm-hmm.
That you probably should start.
Somewhat. Eckler's on bye in week 5, so it's a week 6 return is looking probable, I think, though.
I didn't check to see if he was on bye.
Yeah, bye start in week 5. Yeah, you give me shit for prepping for the show, but I know Eckler's on a fucking bye. All right. Well, we'll move on to our matchups. I guess that's it for the standings, right, Mike? You don't have anything else to add there?
No, I think we nailed it.
Thanks for not talking about my lack of points and how I'm lucky to be in the Who Cares Bowl right now. Appreciate you not mentioning that. All right, let's go on to week 5 here. So we've got the Marky Mark matchup of the week. We have Silly Dilly versus FNG.
Yes,
So
it's not me.
I totally made this the Triple M because Dylan said I should. And Dylan is a beloved friend of the show. So this is a good one though. This is a good one though because the winner stays in the hunt, loser not so much. What do you think, guys?
Go ahead, Mike.
I think FNG's gonna keep on rolling. He's got some obvious buys to fix. Kenneth Walker's been playing well. He's on a bye. Amari Cooper's been on a bye the whole season. Forgot he existed. He'll be fine to replace.
1 week he was good.
But yeah, I think FNG keeps it rolling.
I don't know. I think this is week that our boy Dilly, beloved viewer of the show, gets his second win. Come on, Dilly. You can put the best lineup out there. Let's go. I got faith in you. Start Sam Laporta. There you go.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Well, he has been starting Sam Laporta.
And his flex even. So much he likes him.
So yeah, he's got two buys to deal with. Godwin's on bye. He had him on the bench. He's on bye. So yeah, if he's going to get FNG, it could be a kind of week like this. I mean, you can put London out there. He got a touchdown last week, but it's not great right now with Ritter in Atlanta.
I have
So
a question for the class.
yeah, go ahead, buddy.
Besides defense, what's the worst position right now, like in general in fantasy?
Yeah, it's tight end.
Oh, that's great because Dilly is starting 3 of them. Let's hope one of them does okay.
Yeah, that's a lot of
Yeah,
tight
and
ends.
he really should get Higby out of there, but I don't know. What is he going
I
to
mean,
do? Maybe.
It's Tuesday. Lineups aren't set yet. Waivers
Yeah,
are
true,
still out
true.
there. Things
Yeah,
can happen.
He's got a couple good options because Javante could miss a week, and he's got Jaleel McLaughlin, who really just killed me that he got the numbers that Javante could have gotten. He had a pretty good day against Chicago there. Vondale got he kind of moved up the pecking order. I mean, it's a mess right now in New York, but Vondale's getting the target, so maybe they'll start getting him a little more involved. So, and he's got Thielen on the bench right now. So, I mean,
That's why I think he's trolling us. I think he knows that
yeah,
we show on Tuesday night. He took
yeah,
Thielen out. He's an
yeah,
obvious start. He's the guy that's getting 8+ targets a game, easy.
yeah.
He puts it down there for a tight end. He is trolling the shit out of us.
It might be, man, because yeah, maybe he wants to kind of lull FNG to sleep, make him just kind of half-heartedly set his lineup or something.
I respect the head games, Dilly. I
Yeah.
respect it.
Yeah, and he's got who does? Al's got Chicago. That's not a bad start, probably. So, yeah, I think you're right though. I think he's kind of messing with us. So that's why he's the Marky Mark matchup of the week. All right, we'll go on to our next one. We've got the DBs versus ABomb. So ABomb is looking to run it back and give the DBs their first loss.
I'm excited about this matchup because there's only one person in this league that I do not look at the projected score for, and that is freaking ABomb. He is the guy that is always gonna outperform his projection. It seems like if he's gonna win big, and it doesn't matter who's on his freaking lineup because may I remind you, Braxton Berrios was in a championship lineup in this league. Just saying. What do you think, Mike?
Neat. I think this one, it very well could have been the Marky Mark matchup. This is gonna be a barn burner, as they say. Mm-hmm. And we'll have to hope that Brandon sets a better lineup because Evan doesn't do any of that. So
Yeah, they
Derrick Henry in there. What do you guys think about that?
have Derrick Henry in.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I'd have to see what their other choices are, but doesn't seem too bad to me.
Gibbs.
Eckler's on bye. Robinson against Chicago might not be bad. It's a Thursday night game. They can be iffy. So yeah, I mean it's probably not a bad start. Gibbs, they got A-Chain on there. I'm gonna keep calling him A-Chain. I don't care what you say. He's down in their taxi, I think. So I don't think they're gonna start Gibbs. unless they flex them. So it's probably not bad. They got Wilson, Diggs, Nakua in their flex, so that's good with Hill and Lamb up there. So yeah, they don't need to do much more than McCaffrey and Henry there. I think ABomb's got some good matchups. Only thing you kind of have to wonder in a London game, which Buffalo guys in a London game. Um, you always have to wonder how they're going to do going going across the pond and time change and all that. We've seen some bad gains from some of these teams.
Asking for a friend, how early can you start drinking if there's a London game at 9:30?
I think you just you stay up the night before and
Mm-hmm.
just you keep on going and you watch the early game and then you go get some sleep and you get up for the late game.
Ooh, interesting. Okay.
I think that's the way to do it. Let's try that. Let's do that sometime.
All right. That sounds good.
Yeah, A-Bomb's got some good matchups, and I like the Devontae Adams revenge game Monday night going against Green Bay. So that'll be fun. He's got the questionable tag, but I think he's all right. I think he had the questionable tag last week too, so I think he'll be in there.
I think I think it's gonna be fun. I just honestly think this matchup is gonna be closer than it's projected to be.
Mm-hmm.
Um, this being the first week of buys that I was just informed because Eckler is on buy. Did you guys know that Eckler is on buy?
Thank
Um,
you, thank you. Always bringing pertinent information to the show, man. Appreciate that.
I think it's gonna be fun. I think I I just like watching top guys in the league go at each other because one of them is going to have to win and the other one's gonna have to lose, and that's gonna stir up. I know, groundbreaking. One's gotta win, one's gotta lose. I get it. Thanks, Mike. And
You could tie.
the standings are gonna be fun to look at afterwards.
This is a potential playoff or championship match here. Preview.
There
Yeah.
you go. There you go.
Well, we'll see if A-Bomb's got another one in him. If he scores like he did this past week, he's going to be in good shape. All right, we will move on to the next matchup, which is Dr. Donkey and the Dumbass versus the Prince. So Sean looks to bounce back and stay in the top four against the bottom four team that just had the third highest score of the week. I think that trend will continue and they'll hang another 130, or we're going to be back to fighting for the Miyagi. What do you think, guys?
I don't know what's gonna happen this week.
No, I have no idea. I have no
I
idea.
have no idea. I literally have no idea.
Well, let's
I'm
let's look.
hoping, I'm hoping Cup comes back and is able to carry my shitty ass quarterback play to a victory, but
Yeah,
I'm not counting on anything.
yeah. I mean, he's cleared and practicing, so not just cleared. You know, they got that 21-day period, so they can come off and they're cleared to practice. It doesn't always mean they go right back to practice, but I think Cup is practicing, if I'm not mistaken. We'll probably learn more tomorrow about all that. Wednesday's the day where we start hearing a little bit more about how that's going to look.
I have him in my lineup, so I'm
Yeah.
hoping that is good juju.
And then I think you got to wonder, the Tips have scored a good few points recently.
That's what I'm saying, man.
Can you keep it up? You got to, but like they didn't care about the lineup all the way. Now you're tinkering, you're looking around. You gotta make the right moves. You know.
But we don't know, like, what is their goal? What is their goal for this season? Is their goal to be in the bottom four, make a play for some picks? Or is their goal to make a run for this a little bit? I mean, I don't know what their goal overall as a team is.
I certainly don't think it's to try to compete this year, except for the bottom four, to have enough firepower to try to win that bottom four. Anything else is gravy, you know. But it's not. That doesn't mean they don't want to be spoilers and beat people week by week. You know,
Yeah, definitely not.
they're own 4 now. They missed their best chance to win one there. Missed 2 good chances because probably should have beaten me too. You know, had a real down week, and I squeaked out the win, and then they had a really great week, and they they ended up playing the top team. So yeah, it's you definitely there's question marks for you because of the Chase situation. You got great guys. You got Olave there. You know,
Yeah, 29 week.
rookie breakout. Freaking Carr goes in there. Can't throw more than what was his A dot like? I think it was crazy. Like the A dot was like the lowest ever recorded since they've been recording it. So you know he was just dumping down.
Good.
Freaking Kamara had 13 catches for what was it, 33 yards. Another record in the wrong direction. You know, so it's like that's such a that's such a volatile start right there for you, unfortunately. You know, and then of course the chase start with Burrow and what's going on there. So
So
of course you're not starting Burrow, but still, if they trot him out there again, what the hell, you know?
So this is my thought process, and this I would totally accept if somebody were to say this is just my coping mechanism. Start of the season, but Jamar Chase is doing what he needs to do. The only thing is missing is his touchdown. He gets 16, 17 points a game. Joe Mixon is right there around 9 to 10 for the last few games. All he's missing is a touchdown. And when he did get a touchdown, he had a great game. Joe Burrow is the bane of my existence right now. He is. No, it's not even Joe. I'm not going to put it on Joe. It is on the coaching staff. They should be the bigger men and tell him to sit the fuck down and sit over there. You know, like, that's what they should do. But they won't do that to him. But let's hope brighter days are ahead.
Yeah. Well, I mean, good news for you, Sean. You got a few guys on the bench, and I look at you got Dobbs on the bench. You've got Pierce, who had a better game, and um, seems like he's a better play when they have a better chance of winning the game, which they should against Atlanta.
Mm-hmm.
You've got Sutton there. I mean, you got a few good plays there, so it's not like if things if you had to make some moves and changes, you got some options at least. So
Yeah.
well,
All
we
right, what's
move.
there, Mark?
Yeah, we're moving on here. We got 2 more to go. We got Pooh Crew versus Tank Top Mike. This is kind of good timing for Tank Top since the tank job is going north. You see what I did there? The tank job is going in the wrong direction. Uh, so he's got a tough matchup with the 4-0 Pooh Crew to see if he can keep that thing going. Want to start us off on yours, Mike?
If I win, I've said this before. If I win one too many games on accident, I hope it's this one. It'd be awfully nice, but you know, we'll see what happens, I guess. But I feel like I got a puncher's chance to win this one.
You do. Right off the bat, I see that he's got a quarterback problem
Mm-hmm.
because he's got Watson and Herbert on bye. So his
Trey
options.
Oh wait.
He's got he's got Jimmy G in the concussion protocol, and he's got Trey Lance, who is backing up Dak Prescott. Do we think there's going to be another trade? Do we see another bailout coming? Is he going to go get one? What do you think, guys? That's, I mean, right off the bat, that's you're looking for 20 points in that position, and right off the bat, he's got Jimmy G going up against Green Bay. At least it's in Las Vegas, so it's not west coming east, but it's a still a tough matchup there.
I'd hate to see it. I'd hate to see that he'd have to straight land.
Yeah, that'd be. That's if that's the option you got. You gotta.
Yeah, I mean, you gotta start. Commissioner, what's the ruling here? What are his options as they stand right here? He has to start. He's starting quarterback, right?
Because he traded all those
Somebody.
first round picks for 7 points from Tony Pollard. So how do you?
Yeah, he's got Amon Ra missed practice today. It's early, so it's probably could be some management of that toe issue he's got. We saw Debo was dinged up and didn't do anything in the game. And Kelsey, you know, probably a little too much Swift going on there. So yeah,
Keep it up.
there
Dude.
could
Doing
be
great.
some chinks in the armor. Now he did preemptively put in Jonathan Taylor, and I'm sure he's got a candle lit somewhere for that. So
I feel like that's not gonna happen, right? Like, is that the general idea that Jonathan Taylor is done in Indianapolis? Like,
yeah, yeah. I mean, yeah, I've certainly taken a lot of crap and chat over Jonathan Taylor. So, but I have to say I admire the guy if he's holding out and trying to help the position. I think we all agree that it's kind of they get a shitty deal, and we'd like to see some changes so that they
yeah,
can make a little more money while they're in the league at their lower lifespan and all that. So I certainly respect the guy for what he if that's what he does. But now I think he's kind of out of options unless he just sits, which would mean he would lose money for sure. So they kind of they kind of messed up by letting him go on pup. They sort of let him extend it, But now I think it's kind of put up or shut up time for him. So we'll have to see what happens.
all right.
So, well, maybe you'll get one. Maybe you'll get one, Mike. I like your lineup when I look up and down here. So you might get one. Might have Trubisky throwing to Pickens though. So we'll have to see how that
The
goes.
Troops.
See if he can put the biscuit in the basket. All right, we'll go on to our last matchup for week number 5. That is Goofy effing GZ versus My Johnson. So this is just a this is just a couple of guys polishing their Miyagi's, trying to find some direction in their fantasy lives. Now, if someone outside of our league heard that, they might think it was script for a porno movie. So.
Is it? Is it a script for a porno movie?
Hey, they're polishing their Miyagi's. People call them weird things. So.
Humpty,
Yep.
as he does not listen to this show, as he has stated, Landon is giving him the heads up, and Humpty is doing his deep dive on all porn for the last 5 years because we all know it's a lot to see if they make that reference.
Yeah.
But back to the matchup, the first thing I see here, Marky Mark, is that they got a lot of green matchups, and y'all got a lot of old matchups. So if that's any indicator, that's going to be a rough sledding
Yeah.
for the Johnsons in the hand.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, and I've got some buys that hurt already, and maybe Javante out. So definitely scrambling to get a lineup together this week. Um, yeah, missing some key guys there. So, but yeah, I'm not sure if I got the final roster in there or not. But kind of what it looks like right now. I'm toyed with it a little bit today. Kind of have to hope that at Miami uh, team bounces back and has another big day, and this time Waddle's involved. That could help a lot, but otherwise, yeah, certainly a tough one for me.
I think.
Waddle's had a down year this year, huh? Wide
Yeah,
receiver
it's
six,
like
seven.
yeah, crazy man, crazy. He missed a game, but he's also not been utilized a lot. So I'm hoping they realize the error of their ways and rectify that this week. You were getting ready to say something, Mike. You still got that thought?
Oh, I was gonna say just a bounce back game from Waddle, another solid game from Ayuk, and it could be enough.
Yeah, true, true. Definitely got guys in there who can do it.
So if Diggs is down for Dallas's defense, who is going to be the cornerback that is on Ayuk? And if that is the top guy, does he get Ayuk or Debo?
Yeah, man, I don't. I'm not sure how I can't remember how they're handling it. Deron Bland is in there. I think he's a safety though. I can't recall who's stepped up. I'm still catching up on the team from all the free agent people that left and who's left around and all that. So, I mean, there's guys stepping up and playing well. Bland I think had a pick six if I'm not mistaken. I think
Mm-hmm.
it was Bland that had a pick six last week, and they're getting a good pass rush on. So, yeah, and it almost seemed like the Arizona game they were kind of lost their way a little bit without Diggs in there, but they seems like they took care of business. New England's not a great offensive team, but it was a good bounce back game for them. So they're gonna have to be on the top of their game for sure against San Francisco.
We went to breakfast Sunday morning, and the guy sitting next to us said he thought the Cowboys, if they beat the Patriots, will do well the rest of the season. So, guy at the Sunflower Bakery, you know, there you go.
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna put a little money on it.
Random dude in a bakery gives you fantasy football advice.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Let's send it to the bank.
I do feel a little bad for Goofy, man. He's had some tough luck this year, man. He's already got a guy on his regular roster on IR because he's all four spots are filled up on IR right now. He traded away Keenan Allen and then lost Mike Williams. J.K. got hurt earlier in the year. Seemed like there was one this week, wasn't there? What happened this week? I'm trying to remember now.
Jamal Williams?
He was already down. Gosh, we just talked about it today too, and I can't remember what it was.
Me?
Fryermuth's out right now. He's just it's kill it, the injuries are killing him right now, man.
How many times a week does he send donuts to your area of the office to get another IR spot added to the?
Yeah, there are ways of making that happen for sure. Oh,
What
he's got
moves
Jake.
you
He
more?
does have.
Draft picks randomly sent to you, or donuts randomly
Yeah,
sent to you?
yeah, yeah. I'll talk to him off the air. We'll figure out something. So he does have Jameson Williams in there.
Marky Mark will know what's happening.
Yeah, yeah. He's was saying there that he's got Jameson Williams and optimistic that Jameson's going to return. That would be timely for him for sure. That would be timely for sure. What was the one?
I think something that we're underselling right now is the change in the betting suspension of JMO right now.
Yeah, yeah. That was. I don't know. I think enough people complain. You know, it. Um, there was definitely an outcry for some of that stuff. Because they were. It seemed like they were letting other things go off. Uh, like assaults and different things like this. AK gets 3 games, and they kick the shit out of a guy. He gets 3 games, and freaking dumbass Jameson betting on something at the facility, and he gets 6 games. It did seem kind of weird. I
Yeah.
thought anyway.
All right. Anything more about this mashup?
Unless you guys got something, that's pretty much it. It's a big one. We're both. I think we're both sitting at 2-2, right? Got that right?
He is sitting at 1 and
No, he's at
3.
1-3. He's at 1-3. That's right. I'm at, you know, luckily at 2-2. I won one and got lucky on one. And yeah, he's 1-3. So yeah, it'll tell a lot about the rest of our season. So probably kind of dictate what we might do going down the stretch here. So we'll see.
Well, that's week 4 in review. We are moving in week 5. I think it's going to be safe to say that you can see us in Dallas because that was a fantastic idea. I wish we were planning that prior. As always, Ian,